Okay, I'm back. 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 I am back. Let's see. Let's go live scene. We'll give them a minute to catch up. Talk to me when you're here. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're here. Anybody with me? Okay, I see you, Rebel. Great, great. I see you, Stacy. I see you, Stacy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Talk to me wherever you are. I see. Okay, we're dealing good, dealing good, dealing good. Stacy, where are you? You're in Twitch. You're in Twitch. Okay. I see you. I see you. All right, I'm gonna send that out to Barbara, and then I'll know that that platform is back. Twitch, we're doing good. Twitch is doing good. I'm still looking to see. I should have reconnected with all of the others. It may take a minute for them to get to the new stream. If it's in, great, great, great. I see back. Okay. All right. Back. Okay. All right. Monica, I see you. All right. We'll give them a little bit of time to get back up in here. While we're doing station identification, Mike City, are you streaming today? Shelby Nicole Cosplay, are you streaming today? King Kuji, I definitely know that the Rebel Inc. is coming on this evening at 7 o'clock. Is that correct? 7:30? Put your times in there. Let's take some time, and I want to do a shout out to give you guys opportunity to let the folks, maybe later. Okay, King Kuji said maybe later. All right, keep your eyes out. If you're not following my brother, go out there and follow him. Please do. Shelby, yes, at 7:30. Okay, the Rebel Inc. Mike City, you are Shelby Nicole Cosplay. Anybody doing anything? Thank you. Put those links out there. Again, anybody that's not following them, please go out there, jump on their stream, their channel, and follow. Kids have athletics. I got you. I understand. Family, I love it when people take that time with the family and just enjoy yourselves, watch them grow up. We still here. Hey, okay, great. Mike, I was trying to see, are you guys there we go. Thank you for the shout out. If you're doing any streaming today, shoot your time down in there, either you or Shelby. I'm doing this as we're waiting for some of our other listeners on the other platforms to get back with us. Anytime you're coming on today or the next time that you're coming on, shoot that time down in there and let us know, because we want to support. All right. Now, I'm going to get back to this story about this brother that has basically come out now as a whistleblower in the system. And this is what I feel is going to tie me into my word of the day. I'll go ahead and get ready to roll and flow right on into that. My word of the day is Showtime. That's my word of the day, Showtime. Because a lot of us have been preparing. You're on today at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Good. Great. Oh, I know you're here. I want to get that shout in for you. As people are coming back in 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I'm in Central. So everybody in my particular area, make sure at 11:30 get it. Showtime. And listen, that's my word of the day. And that I chose that as my word of the day because I feel like at the end of all that we've been through, from all the way back to the present, I feel like, I see the numbers coming back up. So I see y'all coming back in. Welcome back. I've been kind of waiting on you to make it back. Now, as we look at what the timing has brought us to, through many dangers, toils, and snares, yes, we've come. But all of it has brought us here for this particular time because it's showtime. I look at this police officer who is now fighting to get both his job back and his pension as he tells the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about the systemic racism that was running rampant in the police department of Lexington. And as he is coming out and sharing so many sordid details about all of the crazy, nasty stuff that actually, listen, we already knew it was true. But now we've got people from the inside that are coming out to verify and to validate this is not made up stuff. This is true. And they're chronicling information. They're taking it and putting meat on the bones, if you will. And I feel like, take him for example, and I look at the loss of his employment. He's now been unemployed. And this brother started on these discrimination suits prior to the Breonna Taylor incident of 2020. They got rid of him in 2019, I believe it was. So this wasn't all of a sudden he's coming out and talking because of the air, the time, the season, and the culture post George Floyd. This man was already on a mission to expose and talk about the discrimination that was going on in the Lexington, Kentucky Police Department. And they conveniently, even though he was a stellar police officer, they found a reason to conveniently come up with something that was grounds for dismissal and got rid of him. And this is what we've got to pay attention to. And don't be scared. Don't be scared, because my word of the day, it's showtime. Showtime means that some of us are going to be on that front line, like this particular police officer in Lexington, Kentucky, who had already started pointing to systemic racism in the ranks of the police department. So he did lose his job. Real enough, true enough. He did lose his pension. Real enough, true enough. But this is how I feel about it, y'all. He's going to recover it all. That's the way I feel about it. When you stand up for the right, and yes, there are going to be some places where you're going to take a risk. There are going to be some places where you may, in fact, experience even a loss to yourself personally. At the end of the day, I feel like there is a place where we, and particularly people of color, we're going to have to take a stand, and we're going to have to be really, really adamant about if it's for the right and if it's for the good, it's worth sacrificing for. Whatever and however far that sacrifice needs to go, it's worth sacrificing for. So this brother, even before, I'm gonna say that again, we're talking about in 2019, before there was a Breonna Taylor case, this brother was already standing up, having scratched and clawed his way to the position of a lieutenant in a system and a police force that was obviously allegedly, let me put that, based on his account, He was already fighting the good fight of faith, and yes, it cost him something. But this is why I say Showtime, because who would have known that the Breonna Taylor scenario, well, you know what? I will say this, something was inevitably going to happen. Something was eventually that shoe was going to drop. You hear what I'm saying? Because there's something about when, let's go back and look at the statistic again, 600 officers that are white compared to 20 or 30, I believe 20 some odd, nearly 30 that are black and people of color in a high population of black communities involved and intertwined in and out. It's going to be a problem, and it's going to eventually manifest. And yes, it's going to manifest on the citizens if you're inside and you're mistreating and calling folks boy and being racist and everything else on the inside of the police department. It was destined to happen. But here we go, 2021, 2 years later, and now it was reported to me this morning, this lawsuit has picked up tremendous traction, and I am happy. I want to applaud him. Yes, I think it's marvelous. I think it's wonderful. I think it's glorious because it's Showtime. So at the end of the day, I know I've got the blue in here. I've got people that have served in the blue, love and respect, have all kind of mad love for, good heart, right attitude. But for this system of blue that is jacked up and toe up from the floor up, it's got to go. So this is why I'm saying and chose the word Showtime today, because I feel like for many of us, this brother is really an example of what's getting ready to pop off and jump off in our lives. It does seem like, yes, you get in there, you feel like this is my calling. This is what I'm here for. And like I said, this brother was one of those, it wasn't a matter of anything else he felt. And there are times I'm one of those, what I do when I get up and I minister and I speak and I go and do what I do in ministry, I feel like I am called to this. It's not something I just sat down one day and said, hey, it is a calling. And listen, folks, when you do what you love and you do what is your passion and you allow your calling to manifest, there is that process and journey that is not uncommon that your feet are going to walk, where you are setting up and setting the stage to get to Showtime. So listen, all those years of climbing the ladder with him, all of those years of being denied promotions when he was rightfully entitled to them, all of those times of then coming finally to the point of saying, okay, I'm going to lodge complaints. It's got to go to another level. There comes a point in your life where you got to take it to another level. So he comes to that point where he says, okay, it's time where we got to lodge some formal, legitimate complaints. Let's get this in here because we're still moving towards what? Showtime. Then it looks like, oh my God, the worst comes to worst, because now I'm unemployed. Now I'm not doing what I feel like I was called to do. Now I'm not even in that space anymore, when again, this is what I feel like my calling and my passion was all about. And look, it kicked me out. The system that I feel like I was called to serve has kicked me out. Yes, I've gone through 2 years of no job, 2 years not in that space, 2 years of still fighting. And I want you to understand, the fight doesn't stop because of the shift. And somebody needs to get that down in your shondo. Because listen, there are times when it does get discouraging and you feel like, because listen, I've done all of this and I'm looking for shondo. I got to get shondo. I've done all of this, and here I am now looking worse and more bleak than ever. But it's Showtime that we're moving toward. So then, lo and behold, Breonna Taylor, sad, horrible, never should have happened. But at the same time, this brother already has a calling to this with the Lexington Police Department, and it's already put in motion. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's already put in motion, Mike City. So Breonna Taylor, at this point, where he may have lodged these same complaints, filed this same lawsuit before, Breonna Taylor crystallizes all of that for this brother, because the whole country has seen the dastardly, and yes, I'm gonna say it, dastardly deeds of this one police department. So I'm saying all this to say, now that we get to this point, and when I read all of the information I read that this brother has filed, all of the documentation this brother has presented, everything that he has put on the table, is because now it's show time. Listen, SK, show up for the Showtime. Now, girl, you done mess with my Shondo on this morning. You done mess with, listen, show up for the Showtime. I feel a buck. Time. You got a few more moments left to go. You got the close one. Night number one, come on. Come on. Woo. Everybody feel my hands up this time. K88. Time. You got a few more moments left to go. You got the close one. Night number one, come on. It's showtime, and I want you all to understand it's your time. And I want you, come on, put that in the chat. Put that in the chat. I'm about to show up for my Showtime. I'm about to show up for my Showtime. Show up for my Showtime. Put it in there. Get it, 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 get it. Show up for your Showtime. I'm going through and I'm looking, and yes, so since you didn't hear me the first time, let me do it again. BTD Mom, it's your Showtime. Stacy 546, it's your Showtime. Mike City, Mike City, it's your Showtime. Come on and put it in the chat. I'm about to show up for my Showtime. I'm saying to, oh yeah, Barbara Hardy, it's your Showtime. Bishop Ronald B. Andrews, it's your Showtime. Are y'all hearing me on today? King Coolj, it's your Showtime. Nathan Lamont, Monica L. Smith, it's your Showtime. Did you get it? Jonna CPW, it's your Showtime. And I'm about to show up for my Showtime. Am I talking to anybody in here? So listen, I want you to understand it. I want you to understand it. Even as we look at what lights, camera, action. Are you talking to anybody? Nathan Lamont. Okay, now since I know the buck is real loud, I'm gonna run it one more time and just let it roll because I feel it in my shondo. Time. You got a few more moments. Look at the move. You got the close one. Night number one. Come on. Monica said she had to turn all her devices up and down, up and down. It's showtime. Even if the sound is too loud, it's showtime. Blast it from the mountaintop so everybody can hear it. It's showtime. And I'm so serious because I want you to see the pattern. I want you to see the model. And even myself, I was looking back and I said, man, it's like so many things. And I want y'all to hear me when I say this, because some of us have invested and it's almost like, is there ever going to be a return on this invested? We have invested all that we have, all that we are, everything we've got, we've invested that thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's in there. It's all in. I tell people that's one of my favorites. I'm all in. I'm about to show up for my showtime. And this is the thing. For this particular hour, for this particular time, we've been reserved and saved because it's showtime. It doesn't matter how many things we had to go through to get here. And I'm gonna give it up for my brother. One more applause. I didn't get his name. Nobody put it in the chat for me, but that's okay. I'm gonna find it. But you know who I'm talking about. The brother from the department that got fired and terminated. And the moral to my story is, even if it seems like you hit that valley low, you coming up. It's showtime, because there is strategically something positioned in your path, on your journey, that is a setup. I preached this several years ago, many years ago. My setback is a set up to set it off. My setback is a setup to set it off. And I preached it down in Atlanta. All next thing I know, I heard it everywhere. But that's okay. Spread the word. My setback is a set up to set it off. Do you understand what I'm saying? My setback. Come on, put that in. Showtime in the valley. Come on, Nathan, because my set up to set off. I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back that didn't hear it, because it's showtime. Up, set it off. I need you to understand it. Don't get confused. Now, this is the reality of it. Some of us have been moved to a whole nother space. Some of us have been moved to a whole nother platform. Some of us have been moved to a whole nother era because the season of that era had ended. Beware of when you're still trying to get water and the brook is dried up. You're still trying to get water from a creek and the brook is dried up. You got to understand, when that water has dried up, you got to move. You got to move. Don't be sitting up scratching dirt and dust off the bottom of the creek bed talking about, well, there used to be water here. Well, the water is gone. The water is dried up. Stop sitting there, because you're not going to get anything but a mouthful of dust and dirt. When the water dries up, move to where the cloud is, move to where the water is, so you can stay. This is my word that I get from Nathan Lamont. Moist. Wasn't that? Oh, that was moist. That was moist. I'd be preaching and I'd look over right here. My baby say, that was moist. Oh, Pastor, that was moist. I need you to, that's it. My setback is a set up to set it off. Some of the things, the thrill is gone, baby. Nathan, I'm trying to tell you, the thrill is gone away, and you're still sitting there trying to get some water out of the dirt and it's dried up. Some of us have been moved to a different place. Some of us have been moved into a different space. Some of us are being surrounded by a new range and growth of people. Some of us are actually, I didn't know prior to months before when I got on Twitch, I didn't know Mike City. This brother's off the chains. I didn't know Mike City. I didn't know Shelby Nicole Cosplay. I didn't know King Coogee. But at the end of the day, these are individuals that through time and through purpose and by divine assignment and divine appointment, there's a connection. Bone starts connecting to bone, and the ankle bone connected to the leg bone, and the leg bone connected to the knee bone. You understand? So you get all of these things and these joints connecting together. All of this is new. Some of you all keep going back to old people, but they can't help you. Some of you all keep going. Matter of fact, some of y'all going back to old people and they don't even like you. They're working against you. They're jealous of you. And they would love to see you tore up from the floor up. They would love to tear you down and see you looking someplace off on the side of the road looking silly, and you still trying to get something out of that. Move on. Move on. And so I need you to pay attention to where your investment lies. Pay attention because you want a return on your investment. If that brook is dry and you keep sitting there trying to dredge up some water and ain't nothing came yet and there's not a cloud in the sky for rain, baby, you in the wrong spot. Stop trying to get water from something that has nothing to offer you. So at the end of the day, some of you are at this place in your life right now, and I know why, because it's showtime. It's showtime for you. Some of you all have been everybody else's prop. Some of you have been everybody else's anchor. Some of you have been everybody else's think tank. Some of you have been everybody else's everything, and you've been nothing to yourself. It's your time. It's showtime, baby. It's time for you. It is showtime. Are you hearing me? You've been faithful over a few things. Now it's time. And the Spirit speaking, it says, yes, now you can be ruler over many. And so this is something that I began, even for myself, it became very evident to me. Some of the stuff that I did in my past, it was like, okay, now some of it's just gone because it's just gone. That's been there, done that, gone. Because I had to learn of what is worth putting my investment in and what is going to render a return of zero. I learned. Listen, I learned through the school of hard knocks. I learned what a return of zero. So you know why? Because that's not a lesson that was for me to learn once I got into my showtime. Am I talking to anybody? Showtime is not the time. You practice and rehearse your lines ahead of time so that when you get out there, when lights, camera, action, and showtime roll that beautiful beam footage, you got it down. You figured out, oh, okay, so I came in too early. I came in on the wrong side of the stage. I didn't let this person finish their lines. I didn't, you do all of that in rehearsal. And that's basically what the Spirit said to me. A lot of what you were actually sometimes bemoaning and feeling like, oh man, I jacked up, I missed it, I wasted time. It was like, no, that's not the case. It was really just a rehearsal. This was just a rehearsal for a showtime. And that's something I want you all to begin to embrace in your life, especially for some of you that have counted yourself slack, for some of you that have walked away disappointed and this and that and the other. That's all fine and good. The reality, it's not for you to beat yourself down. It's not for you to feel negatively about yourself. It's for you to embrace that was my rehearsal. That, beloved, was my rehearsal. Now, when the lights come on the stage, when it really matters, I'm going to do this thing because I've already rehearsed that. And I want you to walk away with that kind of energy about yourself and about your journey and about, because see, some of you have that ruminating where you just keep replaying what you perceive to be mistakes and points and parts where you missed. You didn't say your line, or you forgot your line, or whatever the case may be. No, I want you to take the concept that I'm coming with today about showtime and validate yourself. Energize yourself, forgive yourself, come on, appreciate yourself, encourage yourself. That was just a rehearsal. Ain't nothing wrong with it. That was just come on, these are lions. You gonna hear us roar. You better ask somebody. I'm talking to the lions. I need to hear you roar. That has tried to steal your roar and make it a soft little pussycat purr. No, and the no, we not baa black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. This pride, Pride of lions, is relentless, and you're gonna hear us roar, Monica. Come on and talk to me today, because at the end of the day, when we begin to see and understand, I'm in the line of the tribe of Judah. I'm of the line of the tribe of Judah that's ready to go out here, and the jungle, it does not bother me because I'm king of the jungle. I need you to get up and understand it's showtime, beloved. Babies, it's showtime. So get the lessons that you learned. And yes, we learned a lot. Listen, I done skinned up my head. I done bruised my knees. I done hurt my everything trying to make this journey. And at the end of the day, I'm where I am now. I've rehearsed it all. Thank God I learned lessons. I took opportunities. And I'm not even saying that it's a matter of perfection and I know it all. I'm saying at this point, I've rehearsed it enough that I'm ready to go on stage. I've rehearsed it enough that I'm ready to get in front of the lights, camera, action. Come on here, Monica. I've actually rehearsed it enough that I'm ready. I'm not going to keep rehearsing something 20 years later and I'm still rehearsing that same script. I'm still rehearsing that same play. I'm still, no. I need you to graduate. I need you to elevate. I need you to go on to a whole nother dimensional level. I need you to come on and take it to the second power. I need you to make it dimensional. I need you to come on here to the third power, to the fourth power, to the fifth. Just keep on lifting it up. Because at the end of the day, beloved, it's showtime. Now, guess what is going to happen to that brother? I feel he's about to be vindicated of all of that mess that he went through. He's about to be vindicated and compensated. Now that's a word for somebody right there. You're about to be vindicated. And not only are you going to be vindicated, and you're going to also be compensated for what you went through. I want you to hear what I'm saying to you because it's showtime. And where even for some, at the end of COVID and becoming weary, at the end of different things in life, period, that seemed like it didn't go your way. I get it. I understand. We're all human and we get tired. That's why we're building the Jasamis village, because listen, we can stand together in unity. We can stand together as a family. We can stand together as tribes and vibes coming together, tribes and vibes standing together, tribes and vibes loving together, tribes and vibes. You get tired, I perch you up. I get tired, you perch me up. Tribes and vibes, that's what we're doing in Jasamis. So I understand it. It's a natural reaction. But what I want you to furthermore understand today on the 4th, may the 4th and the force be with you on the 4th. I want you to understand today, I didn't even think about that. But the same way we've got all of that coming out with the Star Wars franchise, may the force be with you. It's showtime. It's time to show stuff we've never seen before. It's time for those of you that are creating music. It's time for us to hear things we've never heard before. It's time for us to experience things that have never been before because it's showtime. Am I talking to anybody in here? It is time to shine. And I don't care how you feel like, man, people are going to think I'm weird. People are going to think, ooh, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with her? Oh, that's different. Oh, that ain't going to work. Listen, beware of the naysayers that keep wanting to stay in the past, that keep telling you it's not going to work. That ain't going to work. We've never seen that before. That ain't going to work. Don't pay any attention to them because James Brown figured out if I come in on the one, it's going to work. If I come in on the one, if I come in on the one, it's gonna work. I don't care all the other beats that y'all come in on. Let James Brown come and show you how to come in on the one. And guess what? Coming in on the one worked. Coming in on the one was different. But coming in on the one, listen, it will be the sound of James Brown and associated to him from now until Jesus comes, coming in on the one. You are the creator. You are the innovator. You are the one that has the ability to step out there and do and see and hear and understand and create something different. I'm telling you, it's showtime. It is showtime. And with that, I want to just encourage you. Just like myself, I'm understanding so clearly. A lot of the vision that I had before is for now. And I'm telling you, a lot of you, the vision that you had for before is for now because it's showtime. Am I talking to anybody in here? It's showtime. Now, what I need you to do is what I had you type in the chat earlier. Show up for the showdown, for the Showtime. Show up for the showdown too. Show up for the Showtime. I need you to. You got to be present. You can't be past. You can't be future. I need you to be present for the Showtime. The gift, the present is in the Showtime. Come on, show up. I need you to show up. I need you to be present in your Showtime. Don't wimp out on me now. Don't get cold feet. Don't start backing up. Don't start coming up with excuses. Excuses. We hear them every day. I want you to come on, man up, woman up. Show up for the Showtime. Hear me. Come on, Monica. Show up for the Showtime. And for many, as you've gone through the dangers, toils, and snares, and the disappointments, and the heartbreaks, and all of the negative that we so often hear people talk about, I want you to understand that some of you are going to be validated and compensated. Hear me. You're about to be validated and you're about to be compensated because you stood your ground. And so show up for the Showtime, Stacy. Show up for, it's you, girl. It's you, girl, Stacy. It's you. Show up for the Showtime. It's time. It's time. And I want you to get the strength, the tenacity in your heart, the tenacity in your mind, as SK8843 says so often, no quit, no quit, no quit, no quit. This isn't the time for giving up. It's time for being strong. No quit, no quit, no quit. Come on, you feel it in your shondo. Oh, come on, BTD mama. Get it down in your shondo. You showing up, Mike City, come on. Get it. Cause it's Showtime, y'all. And listen, don't worry. Don't lessen yourself for anybody. You know, and by that I'm saying walk your journey with your head up, your shoulders back, and like the kings and queens that you are. Because there are people like those little pesky pests that want to fly around your head and buzz around and constantly try to instill some level of fear, anxiety, or worry about who you are and what you are. Don't matter. You know who you are. I'm a lion. You're going to hear me roar. And this pride of lions, Pride, this pride of lions is relentless. You're going to hear us roar. That's you. Yes, you. Those under the sound of my voice today, it's you. I want you to get it. This pride of lions is relentless. You're going to hear us roar. Hear me. And guess what? I'm anxious to hear your roar, Mike City, because I've already heard it. Now I want the world to hear it. I want as many people as I can find to hear it. Keep on roaring, because that's your roar is how people know and can locate you. That's how they can locate you. Come on here. That's how they can find you. Get it. Come on, get it. That's how they're going to know where you're at. Mark your territory. We talked about that. Mark it, M-A-R-K-E-T, and mark it, M-A-R-K-I-T. Market your territory. Come on, lions. Come on, lions. Come on, lions. It's show time. Show them what you're working with. Shake it fast. Show them what you're working with. I'm still spiritual, y'all. I'm still spiritual thought leader, even though I'm shaking it fast and showing what I'm working with. Because we ain't got time to be out here lollygagging. Shake it fast. Shake it fast. Show them what you're working with. Because it's time to move this thing forward. Showtime. I love y'all. And so I appreciate everybody that's come in. You're trying to achieve greatness. Come on. Listen, it's in you. Seeds of greatness. Greatness is you, Mike City. Greatness is you. It's you. Yes, you. That's the name of this podcast, and that's why I named it that, because it's yes, you. It's in you. And we're going to see it shine, man. We're going to see it shine, and the people are going to be astounded at the light that you have. Because, man, you off the chain. You are straight up off the chain. And yes, I'm with you, Rebel. He inspires me too. That energy is completely contagious. Watch yourself now. Watch yourself. Oh, my goodness. I was going to put in another shout, but I think I'm at the end of the hour. You don't know how... Stacy, I love you. However fast you can shake it. I don't care. However fast you can shake it. However fast you can make it. Baby, shake it. Shake your shimmy. That's what they say. Shake your work. Work and twerk. Oh, I love y'all. This is another edition of Yes You. Now, thank you. I want you all in Twitch. Stay on here because we're going to raid another channel. So those of you that are in Twitch, you can't do it from the other channels and the other platforms. But everybody from Twitch today, we're going to raid another channel on this morning. So you hold on and stand by for station identification. And we're going to bring you on into another channel that you're going to enjoy and have a good time in. You can stay if you want to. You don't have to. But if you'd stay for the raid, I'd appreciate it. And then at your leisure, feel free to go on with the rest of your day. I love you guys with the love of God. Well, I feel for my journey. Whistle while you twerk. Whistle while you twerk, Nathan. Whistle while you twerk. I'm with you. I'm with you all day long. I feel it down in my shondo. I'm going to get it in one more time before we get up out of here. Well, this has been Yes You O Cubed 101. It's just me and you. This is your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman. And I want to encourage you. I want you to jump out there and follow me. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, Twitter, Twitch, Anchor, Discord, and more. I appreciate you. Oh, man, you're my blessing all day long. I just want you to know I can't tell you enough. You're my blessing, Mike City. I love you, man. I love you, Shelby Nicole. Both of y'all. I really... Now, as I love to say, one of the things that we encourage, if you don't deal with it, it will deal with you. And listen, beloved, you got to deal with your stuff right now because it's showtime. You don't want to get out and be front and center and be embarrassed by some stuff you didn't take care of. So listen to me when I tell you the word of the day is showtime, but make sure you deal with it so it doesn't deal with you. And I'm telling you, it'll wait till you get right in the middle of front and center stage and then be like, listen, deal with it. So you listen, it will deal with you if you don't. Now, we don't just talk about the change. I want you to be the change. And as we always like to encourage, because we are supporters and lovers one of another. When you're up, I'm down. When I'm down, you're up. We keep each other propped and going all the way. I'm so excited for each of the Lions. Yes, this Pride of Lions is relentless, and you're going to hear us roar. And I'm going to say it once more and again for those in the back that didn't hear me. Understand, beloved, it's showtime. And what I got to say to you right now, I want you to have peace for your journey. We're out of here. Hold on for the raid.